One first false narrative was what? I want to say volunteer what the first false narrative was.
Roads will kill you.
Well, the way I frame it, I say that you have to increase taxes in order to fix the roads. False narrative. Well, our budget's increased from $46.8 billion when I started. The last budget we passed out for FY16 in the Senate was $54 billion. Do you think it's lack of money? Oh no, by the way, our consensus revenue estimating conference came in, the final one for the FY16 budget. Guess how much extra money they found at the end of the revenue estimating conference? No, $356 million. We need a long-term structural fix for funding our roads. We should have no new taxes or fees. We should focus on improving the road construction quality. And I personally want to go beyond the discussion of tax revenue and talk about tax relief. And I think we can get there. In the House plan, the basic plan is at the end of 4 years, they get to $1.05 billion in increased revenue. And the way they do that is in 4 basic areas. Number one, they dedicate ever-increasing general fund dollar amounts, like the $356 million that was identified as incremental revenue. Well, before you go out and spend it on new pet projects and expanding government, maybe we should look at putting it to the roads. And it increases every single year, because once you get to a certain plateau, whatever you get whatever increases you get from economic development the next year and the next year, they are all additive. So they're over year over 4 years, they think, based on the forecast that they've seen from our consensus revenue estimate, they think they can get to $700 million in 4 years. So I think we're headed in the right direction in the Senate. I'm not going to promise anything right now, but it's looking directionally okay, and frankly, I don't want to step on any toes and give them reason to go off and say, we got to do something the exact opposite of what Colbeck's saying, if you know